Hey guys, so this is going to be my video for the Magnezone Rayquaza deck. So Magnezone is a new print from Breakthrough, has the ability Magnetic Circuit. As often as you like during your turn, before you attack, you may attach one lightning energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. So this is an identical copy of Blastoise's Deluge ability, and you can see the power of how Deluge was when Jacob Van Wagner won Worlds with it. So definitely, it's a powerful attack. I mean, even historically, cards like this have been played pretty often. You know, back in the day, Keldeo and Blastoise was still around even before Arceus. So now we have an option for Electrics here. So the deck's going to revolve around Magnezone accelerating energy from the hand onto Rayquaza EX from the Dragon's Exalted set. So this card has the ability Dragon Burst. Discard all basic fire or all basic lightning for 60 damage times the number you discarded. So what that means is if you discard 3 lightning, you're hitting 180. So that knocks out almost any EX you're going to find. If you discard 4 lightning, you're going to be hitting 240 damage, which will knock out every Mega in the game, and the only Pokemon that can survive that attack is going to be Wailord EX at 250 HP. So if you can even discard 5 Lightning, even Wailord goes down. So the power that Rayquaza has is incredibly strong, and once we get set up, you're going to see how strong it can be. We're going to have one Shaman here for setup. We're going to have 2 Execute because the way that we're going to move around our energy is with Superior Energy Retrieval. So you discard 2 cards from your hand and put 4 basic energy from your discard pile into your hand. And so we're going to be discarding the Execute hopefully. We have Battle Compressors to discard our energy early and pull them with Superior Energy Retrieval when we need them. We're running 2 Rare Candy, and we're going to be running a 2-1-2 Magnemite, Magneton, Magnezone line. Magnemite's really good because it has Sparkling Induction. So if you can get 2 Magnemite in play, one in the active, one in the bench, then they have free retreat. And so, you know, if you start with a Magnemite early and you want to retreat into something that's going to wall while you're able to evolve the Magnemite, you can do so with Sparkling Induction without spending an energy. We do run 1 Keldeo for Russian and Retreat, 2 Float Stones as well, just in case we need them. We run 1 Jirachi because when known, Bridget's going to be very important in this deck. Against Vespiquen and Night March, you really don't want to use Rayquaza since the Dragon Burst attack is going to be basically overkill in that deck, and they're going to be able to knock out Rayquaza in one shot, so it's going to be 2-to-1 prize trade. So instead of losing our Rayquazas, we're gonna use Bridget. It says search your deck for 1 basic EX or 3 basic Pokemon and put them on your bench. So a single Bridget in the very first turn will give us 1 Magnemite, 1 Raikou, and 1 Stunfisk. And that's exactly why Raikou and Stunfisk are here. They're there for the Vespiquen Night March matchup or any matchup against non-EX basics that have low HP. So Raikou is a new card from Breakthrough. It's got the ability Shining Body. It reduces the opponent's attacks by 20 if there's any lightning attached. But with his HP, he's not going to survive much, so he's only here for Thunder Lance, and that's going to do. It's an exact replica of Keldeo's attack. So 6 energy will do 170, 3 energy will do 110. And so with 3 energy, you're able to knock out anything that Vespiquen Night March has, except for Mew, but you just put 1 more and take care of Mew that way as well. We have 1 Stunfisk in here because of the Revenge attack. So if any of your Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack during his or her last turn, this attack is 80 more damage. So for 2 energy, you're gonna hit for 100 and you're gonna hit for 100 damage. That knocks out all Vespiquen, Flareons, and knocks out all Night Marchers. So that's exactly why Stunfisk is here. He's also here in case we have an EX matchup, and I can put him in active, and he can get knocked out and not be too detrimental to our deck. We have 4 Battle Compressors, like I said, to accelerate the energy. The Battle Compressors will also help to get rid of supporters for VS Seeker in case we have a dead hand early on. 1 Computer Search, since it is the best ace spec that you're going to be able to find. 2 Rare Candies so that we can evolve into Magnezone as fast as possible. We do run 2 Skyla as well to get the Rare Candy when we want it. And we run 1 Town Map. The reason why this is here is because for a deck like this that really needs a lot of pieces to fall into place, you're going to need to know exactly what your resources are. And Tile Map is really great. You know, if you can get it early enough, then you'll know exactly what you have in your deck. You know exactly how many superiors you have left. You know exactly how many energy you have left, which supporters you have. Because we do run a one-of many supporter lines just to kind of keep the numbers tight. So one Colorist for late game, one Fisherman, because this is an exact replica of the Superior Energy Retrieval. Search your discard pile for 4 basic energy cards, show them to your opponent, and put them in your hand. You don't need to discard any Pokemon to do so or any other card. Fisherman's really great since it's a supporter option for getting energy from the discard, and if we get item locked, then Fisherman's going to be really useful in that situation. We run one Hex Maniac because of Archeops. If they get Archeops in play, we're not going to be able to get a Magnezone out, so a turn of Hex Maniac will allow us to evolve. But since Archeops is not really all that popular anymore, I might just switch this card out for something else. I'm not really sure yet. One Lysander, just for Lysander, since it's a great ability to bring out any opponent's active Pokemon. 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Trainer's Mail to get our items. Since this is an item heavy deck, we definitely need to have a maximum count of Trainer's Mail to get the items we need at the right times. 1 N and 2 Juniper. So this is going to be, along with Colorist, that's 4 total draw supporters. And notice we're only running 1 Shaman. So that's definitely a situation where we're going to run a really low draw support count. VS Seekering and Battle Compressors will make up the difference, since with Battle Compressors you can move your supporters around into the discard for quick access with VS Seeker. So there's a lot of flexibility with Battle Supporter or Battle Compressor, and that's really why we run low counts of draw supporters. And also the deck is really tight with all the attacks and the Magnezone line. I mean, we run 15 Pokemon and 38 trainers, 4 superiors, 4 trainers mills, 4 Ultra Balls. All these are going to be really useful. So we really can't spare any space for more draw supporters here. 2 Skyfield, because sometimes you're going to have a packed bench if you get a Bridget off and then a Shaman and then 2 Rayquazas and a Keldeo. I mean, that's quite a lot of Pokemon. So Skyfield is there for us to be able to bench what we need when we need it. 2 Floodstones, just in case we get stranded in the active, since Magnezone does have a 3 retreat cost. And then Rayquaza, Shaman, and Keldeo. Keldeo has 2, Rayquaza, Shaman have 1, Jirachi has 1, so we have a lot of one-of retreat costs here. Raikou also has 1, so we're able to really be flexible, except for the Magnezone. So that's what Keldeo and Floatstone is there for. And we're going to be running 5 Lightning and 2 Fire. So if you remember the math from what Rayquaza's attack does, you're only going to want to discard 3 to hit EXs, 4 to hit Megas, and 5 for that one occasional Wailord. So that's where 5 comes in. It gives us also some flexibility. Let's say there's a Fire and a Lightning that's prized. You're still going to be able to hit the Rayquaza's attack, and you're still going to knock out Megas even with 2 energy prize. So 7 energy total in the deck with 2 Battle Compressors and all the way to get energy back. This isn't too bad. I tried the build with more energy, but I think this is a nice balance, since we're able to pack in a couple more supporters and items to help us out. So, alright, that's the deck, guys. You're going to see the power of it real quick with the next match that we have. It's a really nice match. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy this deck. Thank you. Alright, let's see what we got here. Psychic and Colorless. So, hoping that's not Wobbuffet. Hopefully it's Gengar or something like that. I hope it's not Trevenant either, since we do rely on items, but we'll see what we get. We won the coin flip, nice. Definitely we're going to want to go first, since we do have evolution Pokemon. Okay, looks like I have both of my non-EX attackers. We'll send Stunfisk out there, since his attack is not as powerful as Raikou's. And if we're going first, I'm not going to bench anyone just yet. Alright, so it was Psychic and Colorless, so there's no Magneton here, so... Or, I mean, there's no, I forget, Metagross, yeah. Alright, so we do have Bridget, and an Ultra Ball, and a Computer Search. Let's see what Trainer's Mail gives us. Hopefully it's a Battle Compressor. Nope, just another Ultra Ball. We'll take it. We can use Trainer's Mail on the... I don't think I'll need Bridget since I have both the 90X attackers here. I can get one I can get that guy, you know what I'm talking about. Alright, we'll get rid of Colress, we'll get rid of Bridget for a Battle Compressor. I want to get rid of my Execute in the discard for sure. They're both there, so that's nice. Magnemite is his name. Not thinking straight right now, sorry about that. Alright, Execute, and then if we do get a VS Seeker, then I would want a supporter in the discard, so let's get an N in there as well. So I might just bench the Raikou anyway. He'll be a good backup attacker throughout the match in the bench. Okay. Get my Magnemite out. There's only one left, and there's three. And okay, so it looks like one Magnemite and one Magnezone are prized. Luckily, that's why we run 2-2 line. Okay. Energy attachment. Don't think I will need to since fire only works with Rayquaza. So I'll just get a Shaman here. It's unfortunate to use our Shaman early, you know, but when opening handing is like this, we just have to make do with what we get. Stunfisk is going to be a good wall since we do take some time for evolution here. Let's see, VS Seeker, don't need that. Alright, we do get the VS Seeker, that's why I'm glad I compressed the N. Did I not compress the N? Wait a minute. What did I compress? I must have misclicked, because I could have sworn I compressed an N. I must have instead misclicked on Skyfield. Okay, that's very bad. What does that mean? I mean, I guess I'll Colress for 3, because I have nothing in my hand right now. I don't know why that just seems ridiculous that I would misclick on that. Alright, well we do get a Rayquaza. This is going to be pretty bad. Fisherman, no energy, so yeah, we're just top decking now. Let's see what this deck is. Okay, so Hypnotoxic Burbank, okay. I want to see their first attacker. Ultra Ball probably for a Shaman. So, oh, it might be Trevenant since he has a Wally in there. Trevenant Deoxys. Gengar. Still expecting that Trevenant since I can't think of any evolution Pokemon that would need it. I mean, maybe he runs the new Gengar, the Breakthrough Gengar. Let's see what our top deck is. It's a Magneton. That's not too bad. Now we don't need a rare candy. But I guess if that's all we got to do, then we'll just have to end our turn. This is an EX deck, so I'm not too worried about losing Stunfisk. Usually he's only there for the Vespiquen Night March matchup. If I can just get something going here on this top deck. We only run 3 supporters, unfortunately, or 3 draw supporters. It would be 2 Junipers and 1 N. So I'm not sure what I'm hoping for here. I mean, I guess I'm hoping for one of those 3. But now that the benches are kind of bigger, I can hopefully get a bigger Colress, and that should make a difference if I can get a VS Seeker. Pretty sure we only use 1. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we get. Juniper, yes. Thank the Lord. Alright. We've gotten energy, don't have a let's swap the stadium. That'll actually survive him for one more turn, so that's nice. Unfortunately, we don't have any Ultra Ball, so next turn I'm just gonna have to Skyla for an Ultra Ball. So I guess we're just gonna be attaching energy the slow way. Again, I'm not too worried because once we get the Magnezone out, I think that our ability to just take KOs really fast is going to be pretty high. And we do have a Raikou as a backup attacker in case he tries to stall. Since it is a Gengar deck, he's going to be safe on the bench for most of the game. So would love to get a couple of battle compressors to get a Lysander in the discard. We only run the one Lysander, so if it is prized, that would be unfortunate. But hopefully we'll hit our town map as well. So town map is pretty invaluable in this deck because once you know exactly what your resources are, there's no guessing, there's no guesswork anymore. You can make very rational decisions, very logical decisions without wondering if there's nothing in your deck that you're struggling against. Alright, so we do see the Trevenant, unfortunately. So I just need to get at least a does he have a float stone? He has a retreat though, so that's very bad. I almost wish I would use that VS Seeker now. I should have used it, just in case. So the goal of his deck is probably to turn one item lock with that Trevenant. But I'm honestly not too broken up since he did not put it in active, so this isn't too bad of a situation here. The question is, do I want to start attacking with Rayquaza or Raikou? Rayquaza looks like the only current attacker right now, so I'll just do it that way, since I don't see a way to get energy in my hand. There's the Battle Compressor. If he's going to item lock me, I don't even know if I really want to compress energy. Actually, what I'll do is I can VS Seeker into a Fisherman, and that way I'm guaranteed an attack next turn. Knock out that Trevenant. So let's do it this way. There's only 3 energy left in the deck anyway, so can Skyla for the Ultra Ball. So what I'm also gonna do is town map looks like it's prize. So what I'm gonna do is leave Jirachi in my hand so that I can get a supporter if I don't want to use Fisherman. Or Jirachi I can also use 2 turns later, so this is actually a good position right now. If he ends me, obviously it's not going to be the same, but for now I have at least 2 turns of attacks, so that's not bad. Let's get the Magnezone. This is why Fisherman is really great. If you don't have a superior, and if he item locks you, at least Fisherman's still a supporter. He's probably going to end me though because he sees that I have Fisherman in my hand. Doesn't even have a float stone on the Trevenant yet, so... And I don't want to get frozen here, I don't have Keldeo out. At least I got Tail, so that's nice. Muscle Band, so yeah. I can probably just use Fisherman this turn. Take out the Trevenant. He's going to have to get another Wally off to get another one going. Or he might just bench a Phantom right now. 2 VS Seekers gone. His Sacred Ash is gone. He's charging up the Gengar, and he did bench the Phantom, so unfortunately it looks like he might be able to get another Trevenant out, which is very unfortunate. But with 4 energy in my hand, I can at least attack twice, so that's really nice. Since I only need 2 to get rid of Trevenant. It's one of the beautiful things about this deck versus Archie's Blastoise is you really don't need too many energies to really take KOs. Keldeo, with his Russian ability and then with his attack, takes 6 energy to knock out an EX at HP of 170. So versus us, who needs basically 3, so half the energy requirements with Rayquaza, and therefore you can actually take multiple attacks by a single. You can do multiple attacks with a single Fisherman or a Secure Energy Retrieval. So good thing we're gonna knock out both of his Trevenants unless he Hypnotoxic Lasers me. So he AZs, that's fine. Surprisingly, I do have a Magnemite Magneton in my hand right now. So if he somehow Lysanders up the Magnezone and kills it, I have a way to get another one out. Again, this is fine. Thankfully, we were able to get enough energy for 2 attacks, and now I think his Trevenant lines are done since he used up his Sacred Ash. I mean, usually they run 3/3 of a Phantom Trevenant, but who knows where the other one really is right now. I just need 1 turn of items so that I can get back my energies, and then I'm golden. So I'm rethinking this. I should have probably benched something because when he kills this turn, I'm gonna need to I wanted to send up another Rayquaza, but I'm not gonna be able to. I'm gonna have to send up Raikou, which I really don't want to. So that was a misplay on my part. But I should have just benched it. We are up in prizes though. I mean, I guess we're gonna be tied after this KO. So. Just getting another Gengar, so it doesn't look like he's going to be going after Phantoms anymore. Colress or N? Colress. If he sends out he's going to send out the other Gengar, so yeah, unfortunately, what I can do here actually is just send up a Shaman. If I can get a single Superior off, I can actually retreat the Shaman, since he only has 1 energy cost for retreat. So I actually don't even need Superior because it looks like I have my VS Seeker. So let me think if this is actually correct here. So the Fisherman will give me 4, 1 for retreat. I'm only going to be able to do 120, so that's actually not going to work out. How many Superiors have I used? None. So if I can Juniper, then I think I should be able to get maybe 2 Superiors. That would be really nice. And how many energy do I have in there? 3, 4. So 1 of the Lightning is prized. So I actually will need 2 Superiors here. So let me just try to guarantee. I'm going to thin out my deck a little more. Lysander, don't need that next turn. Hex Maniac, don't need that next turn. And then a Skyla, won't need that. So I'm just going to get rid of my supporters. I might leave a Skyla though. Get rid of the rare candy since I'm not going to need that. So I'm going to need 2 superiors here. Hopefully I get them. Alright, perfect. So we are going to be able to get a KO here. And we're actually kind of set up for the next turn too, so that's very, very fortunate. We have all 4 of our superiors in our hand. This isn't a perfect example of this deck just exploding once you get set up, because we're about to knock out an EX in 1 turn, and it wasn't even that difficult. Once you get set up and you've saved your superiors, then this is the perfect situation of when you're going to need them. So let's attach a fire as our first energy attachment, and now we're just going to magnetic circuit everything. So I'm going to need 3. And we're about to hit for 180 damage here. And yeah, we get our final lightning. He has no non-EXs on the bench, but we only have 1 prize anyway, it doesn't matter. So unless he ends me, then okay, I can still get my energy out, so it's not going to be too difficult here. But he's actually forced into Shaman, so I can just hit him for weakness and be done. So I don't need these 2 anymore. I have all of my lightning. He is probably going to resign since people don't want to wait around for the finish turn. Alright, well, that was a good game, and it shows off this deck's power very clearly. You're able to get Magnezone after a couple of turns, so everything kind of laid out well for us. And even with item lock, we were able to get around it. So if you can't get item lock out early, then this is the power that this deck can have. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Not sure how many more I'll do, but this is a deck that I really want to share with you guys. So just let me know what you think down in the comments. Thank you.